Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. The YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar VIII. This is Let's Play Sakura Succubus, part, 8. Hey, Cosmos! Get your hands off Hiroki. You hombre aired hussy, he's mine. It's not very nice to call your BFF a hussy, are you? And anyway, you're wrong. Hiroki is mine. No, he's mine. Oh, are you two arguing Hiroki again? It's awfully amusing that you think you can bewitch him. But I know Hiroki for his mature, well-developed ladies. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, naturally, he wouldn't be my husband otherwise. Or my coach. He was mine first, don't forget. He's my beloved. I'm fine just being Hiroki's partner. I don't mind sharing. There's enough Hiroki to go around. I'm sure he'll be able to love us all equally. Lady, you are really too pure for this world. You want something, you should be a bit more aggressive about it, especially when your competition are all succubi. But I know it's not your nature to be forceful. That's simply the way you are. I suppose I do like that about you. But you'd best not harm on Miss Sarah, otherwise I'll never forgive you. Hiroki, with a Sekalish looking ish. Let's go on a date. Darling, it's always such a pleasure to see you. Dear? When are we to be married? Hey, Hiroki, do you want to hang out? Hiroki, you worthless pig. Watch your step, Miss Toga. You dare hurt my lady. Hiroki, I really do love you. Hey, Hiroki, you need to wake up. What's going on? I had a feeling I was having a pretty intense dream. But this is kind of intense, too. Somebody's nudging me. What do they want? Huh? I open my eyes blearily, then glance upwards. I can tell that something's amiss, and sure enough. Thank goodness you're finally awake. There's a strikingly beautiful woman standing in front of me, her arms folded beneath her voluptuous chest. I recognize her at a glance. This is Yue, one of my girlfriends, and the ruler of the succubus realm. As for the particulars of my domestic situation, don't worry about it. It's not like getting into, and it's kind of complicated. Let's not sweat the small stuff. It's way too early in the morning to talk about complicated subjects, like succubi. I wish you had roused yourself earlier, however, we have important work to do. Work? Yes, work. We're going to help Alice look for a job. Don't you remember? That's why I came here so early. We have an awful lot to do. Our day promises to be very busy. The least you could do is try to wake up at a sensible time. Yue nudges me with her foot. She isn't being very gentle. Ow. We're going to drop in Hazel first. She told us she starts working out at the Hoka Sports Center around 7 o'clock. We've got about an hour to get there, but you still need a shower and get dressed, and you have to eat breakfast too. You'll be of no use to all if you have no energy, Hiroki. You don't want to spoil our schedule, do you? Look, it's not like I want to spoil anything, but I don't relish the thought of getting out of my futon. Not when it's so chilly outside. Hell, it's pretty chilly inside too. My enthusiasm about heading off into the great outdoors this gray overcast morning is in the negatives. No, don't urge me. Stop acting like a petulant child. This is important. Why is a matter of life and death. Alice needs our help. I don't know how serious you are about the matter, but I cannot abandon one of my subjects. She is too dear to me, but I can't keep ignoring you. You does not leave me much more room to argue. Nudge, nudge. And she keeps gouging her toes into my cheek. Some people might like being woken up a foot in their face, but I'm not one of them. I have nothing against feet, I just don't find the unbearably sex part of one's body. I'm more of a TNA guy myself. I guess you could say I'm a traditionalist. Yue does have a pretty nice feet, though I'll give her that, especially when she's wearing pantyhose. I can just see about the outlines of her toes through the sheer fabric. It looks like she's painted her nails to match the outfit. That's pretty cute. Nudge, nudge. But Yue's continue poking isn't. It's starting to get annoying, actually. I guess I have no choice but to wake up. Besides, Yue does have a point. I did say that I help Alice out, and that's what I'm going to do. She's not been in the human realm for very long, and she's already out of her depth. It'd be cruel to not lend a hand, especially as she came here largely for my sake. Like you, Alice is Succubus from Succubus realm. Though unlike you, Alice is not a queen, or even a princess. She's shy and socially awkward, so much so that not knowing how best to approach me, she decided to stalk me. Then, quite impetuously, she decided to get my attention by kidnapping one of my partners, Stephania. It's funny that Alice is so painfully shy she couldn't muster up the courage to talk to me like a normal person 101, but she could turn to committing a pretty serious crime. But I guess we all have our foibles. I was about to rescue Stephania, in any event, from Alice's clutches, and I talked things through with her. Alice confessed that she didn't bear Stephania any ill will. She was simply lonely, desperate, unsure of how else to make my acquaintance. Yui helped smooth things over, and I kissed and made up with Alice. Quite literally. She's now become the 9th member of my harem, alongside Marina, Ayu, Cosmos, Hazel, Mifumi, Yui, Stephania, and Elizabeth. Jeez. That list is getting pretty long. I'm afraid if I meet any more women who want a piece of me, I'll be worn down. I hardly have the stamina required to look after the wants and needs of one woman, let alone 9 of them. I'm doing my best, though. I told Alice I'd try and look after her, as did Yui, which is why Yui has shown up at my home. Alice has been in the human realm all that long, so she hadn't had a chance to look for a job. She spent the first week she was stalking me, which might have been an impressive show of dedication, but it's not going to pay the bills unless she becomes a PI. Yui and I both decided we'd help Alice find some honest work, so she can pay her way in the human realm. And as a succubus, Alice needs more opportunities to siphon energy from people. Succubi are only to maintain their powers if they are known by the public and adored. That's why most succubi occupy jobs which put them in the spotlight, either as businesswomen like Marina, or entertainers like Ayu and Hifumi, or sporting stars like Hazel. By injecting themselves in a cultural zeitgeist, succubi can live in the human realm quite comfortably. Succubi can lead pretty cushy lives once they've accomplished this, but achieving this is no mean feat. A job as a cashier or convenience store simply won't cut it. Not for Alice. She needs to take out the role, which will give her some acclaim. Jobs like this are holding down for regular humans, but it will even be harder for Alice given that she knows so little about the human world. It'll be an uphill struggle, but she won't be alone. I'm determined to help her, and so is Yui. Between the two of us, I'm sure we'll be able to get Alice installed and stated in a new role where she will gather some fans. I believe in Alice, and Yui seems to believe in her too. Yui might actually act haughty and aloof, fitting a queen, but she's quite kind-hearted. She's taken Alice under her wing, so to speak. Speaking of Alice, I'm really very sorry about this, Hiroki. I didn't want to wake you up so early. I know that you work hard on that and appreciate your beauty rest. I hope I'm not intruding. Oh no. I sit up in bed, Yui's continue poking my cheek with her foot, starting to get old, then offer Alice a smile. It's alright, it's not your fault. This is more on Hazel for being such a go-getter. I swear, there's no real reason for her to work out so early, especially on a Saturday. Her priorities are all messed up. You say that, but I think you are the one who needs to reconsider your priorities. What do you mean? I mean, Yui pulls a face. You knew Alice and I would be stopped by early, but you made no effort to wake up on time to welcome us. I think that is reprehensible. You can be a gentleman when it serves you, but this is not one of those times. You're behaving in quite a slovenly manner. How can you treat a couple beautiful women thus is a mystery, particularly given my exalted status as queen. Yui should have brushed your hair at least. Well, I'm very sorry, Your Majesty, and I had to work late last night. I didn't get back my part until 9 o'clock p.m., and by that time I was exhausted. I've had a really busy week, and nothing. Yui scowls. Dear, this will never do. I like Hiroki, but I do not care at all for the back chat. It is unpleasant. You must not be in the right frame of mind to address me so callously. It's a pity. Yui's lips quirk into a mischievous smile. But I suppose I will have something to do about that. What sort of something? Well, I wonder. Yui smiles deviously. I may do nothing more heinous than wake you up. A brief, sharp shock to your system should restore you to senses, and it should remind you to be on your best behavior while in my company. Okay, that's this game. Will I come back to it? I don't know. I'm more likely to come back to the Vampire's Melody game. So, I don't know if we'll come back to Final Fantasy VIII or not.